Good morning, welcome back in. You are about to meet a really cool kid. She loves soccer, ballet, and baking, not necessarily in that order. This is 11-year-old Elvie Smith. She's from Attalla in Etowah County. She is part of the Food Network's Kids Baking Championship. The show premieres on Monday, but we get to hang out with her today. Elvie, good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you,
You're
too.
11 years old. When you were on the show, you were 10.
Yes, ma'am.
How did this all come about?
We got an email on my mom's phone in February, and we thought it was a spam, and we didn't look at it, so we just kind of threw it to the side and went on. And when we looked at it more, we kept getting more of them, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is real, like it's a dream come true. And I was just really excited to get it, and interview process started, network producers, just more producers. I had to interview bake on Zoom, and then it was just really fun.
So I understand, and we're looking at some of the video of the show, but I understand that you did the interviews on Zoom before they accepted you to the show, and then your mom would video you baking whatever they wanted you to bake, right? And then send them that video. So you did that how many times?
Probably about 5 times.
Okay, so how did they let you know that you're going to be a contestant on the show?
So we flew out to Los Angeles. All our flights were like paid for and everything. And when we got out there, there was 14 contestants, and we had to battle it out. And like, with
what
all
does
the
a battling it out
producers.
mean on a baking show? What does that mean? How do you do that?
So the part we didn't film this part. We went like back away from like the big set. And to like a tiny kitchen, and then we would all just like bake the same thing, and then like the producers would walk around just looking and like cruising down like the middle of the hall, and
And
like,
they loved what you did.
they loved what I did.
All right, you started loving, your mom told me in the green room that you would prefer watching a cooking show over cartoons when you were what, 5, 6 years old?
6 years old.
6
yes,
years
ma'am.
old. What do you think that was like that? What do you remember?
Guys' Grocery Games was one of my favorites. Beat Bobby Flay, and then Kids Baking Championship, and like all the holiday baking championships and stuff.
Did your mom say, what is going on here? Or did she just say, hey, well, let's figure out where this goes?
Kind of both. It was kind of surprising.
How did you learn that you obviously have a God-given talent?
Yes, ma'am.
Because y'all, look at this cake here. These are cupcakes. And she's arranged them, and she did all of this. As we take if we can take a close-up of it, look at that. She did this, and so when did you realize you had this kind of talent?
So I went to my aunt's house, and she took a class in England, and then learned how to do it. And then one day we went to her house, and she needed to finish up some orders. So I started helping her and everything, and then she taught me some things. And then it just kind of grew from there, and I just got my talent and kept on doing it. And
So you like to play soccer, right?
yes, ma'am.
And when I asked you in the green room, what do you want to do? You want to do a little bit of everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell our viewers what you want to do.
I want to attend Auburn's culinary school and then play soccer for Team USA if there's time.
If there's time, don't you love her? Okay, so you said you were going to show us how you do these flowers, which
Yes,
are
ma'am.
immaculate, by the way. So go ahead and show us what you got here.
So this is going to be like my basic simple one that I do a lot.
Okay, let's let them get a close-up, and then you can start as soon as they take that close-up camera. Well, we got the Roman camera here. We're about to use it. Oh, well, you can see him. That's okay. All right, just go ahead and start. They'll take that shot, hopefully. There we go. All right, so talk us through it.
So I just kind of swirl around and around. And then I get to the edge of the cupcake. I stop like that. And then
Perfect.
you can add sprinkles or glitter spray to it, but I have some sprinkles here. And then I'm just gonna like sprinkle it on that edge where I stopped to cover up like the edge.
Elvie, why do you enjoy this so much? What is it?
I just like seeing people's reactions, like when I do the cupcakes. Like I love how they see my cupcakes and they're like, wow, like that's so good. And then like when I do some for smaller kids, I love seeing their reactions because they're like, oh my gosh, it looks like real flowers, they're so pretty.
Well,
And it
I
just
love
makes me
that.
smile.
Well, and you met so many other kids doing this show, right?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
homeschooled, and so this was an opportunity really to meet a bunch of kids that maybe you would never met before. Talk about
Yes,
that for a
ma'am.
moment.
It's really fun to like just message them like because one of my friends is from Canada, and I had a school project. And it was just really fun to message them at Canada and then be like, hey, what's some good popular desserts at Canada? And then he told me beaver tails, and they're like a fried donut that's shaped into a beaver tail with like little marks on them.
I did not expect you to tell me that. That is very different.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very different. All right, she can't tell us anything about the show. You are sworn to secrecy. How long have you had to even keep it a secret that you were on the show?
From February to like just a couple weeks ago.
How hard was that?
Really hard.
Now you're telling everybody, thankfully. It's on
Yes,
Good Day,
ma'am.
Alabama. All right, well, the best of luck, and I guess we'll see what happens on the show.
Yes,
what do you
ma'am.
want to say to the viewers about it, about watching the show? Anything?
I thank God for this opportunity He's given me, and I want to continue with it. And then, like, all the bakeries, local, Last Call Bakery is one of my favorite. I take a lot from them. They're, like, very kind to me. And
I just got to, y'all, you're watching her too. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more of Elvie Smith, and you can catch that on the Food Networks, but the Kids Baking Championship. The best of luck to you.
yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you.
fantastic.